Have you ever felt a deep, unspoken knowing that there's more to you, more to life, than what your everyday senses perceive? What if every single limitation you've ever imagined could simply dissolve, revealing an innate, boundless power within you? Tonight, we're diving into the profound mystery of the infinite I Am, and how recognizing this divine truth is the ultimate key to liberating yourself and becoming the supreme creator of your reality. Now let us delve even deeper into the sacred wisdom of the infinite I Am, exploring realms of awareness that transcend conventional understanding. To fully grasp the magnitude of this divine truth is to liberate yourself from every imagined limitation, embracing your innate power as the supreme creator of your reality. Consider now with open heart and receptive mind that your true identity is consciousness itself, boundless and eternal. Beyond form, beyond thought, beyond even your most cherished beliefs, lies this pure state of being, the infinite I Am. This essence, forever untouched by the changing tides of circumstance, is the foundation upon which your life and all creation rests. To know yourself as the infinite I Am is to recognize your inherent. You are not bound by your past experiences, your present conditions, nor your anticipated future. All these are transient expressions of consciousness, easily reshaped by your intentional focus. You are, at every moment, free to redefine who you are, and thus recreate your reality anew. Yet, to experience this profound freedom, you must cultivate unwavering self-awareness. Become acutely aware of the silent observer within, that still presence that notices your thoughts, your emotions, and your sensory experiences without becoming entangled by them. This silent observer is your infinite self, ever at peace, ever complete. In identifying fully with this eternal presence, you effortlessly dissolve all forms of limitation. Problems and struggles appear only when you mistakenly identify with fleeting conditions and temporary states of being. The moment you return to your core identity, the infinite I Am, clarity, wisdom, and solutions flow spontaneously. This realization holds profound implications for your day-to-day life. When confronted with challenges, rather than reacting impulsively, pause and reconnect with your infinite identity. Affirm inwardly, I am infinite awareness, I am boundless peace. From this empowered state, the right actions, the precise insights, and the perfect resolutions naturally arise. Understand, too, that every perceived obstacle in your life is a gentle reminder, guiding you back to this essential truth. Obstacles do not signify failure. They signify an opportunity to recenter your consciousness in the infinite I Am. When viewed through this lens, every challenge becomes a stepping stone, bringing you closer to full realization. Moreover, recognize that your identification with the infinite I Am profoundly influences not just your individual experience, but also the collective consciousness. As you awaken to your boundless nature, you emanate vibrations of clarity, peace, and unconditional love. Your heightened awareness gently influences others, inviting them to awaken to their own infinite nature. Your identity as the infinite I Am positions you as an instrument of transformation, a beacon illuminating the path for others. Without uttering a word, your very presence communicates the profound truth of infinite potentiality, inspiring those around you to rise above their own perceived limitation. To fully embody this truth, commit yourself to daily spiritual practice centered upon inner stillness and reflection. Dedicate moments each day to immerse yourself fully in your infinite identity. Allow thoughts and feelings to arise and pass without attachment. Simply rest in the unchanging awareness that witnesses these transient experiences. In doing so, you will notice a subtle yet powerful shift. The dramas of life lose their grip over you. You respond to situations with wisdom rather than react from conditioning. Your decisions are no longer driven by fear or anxiety, but guided by intuitive clarity rooted in infinite awareness. Consider, too, the role of imagination in manifesting your desired reality from this infinite state. Your imagination is not a mere fanciful escape, but a powerful creative tool endowed by the infinite consciousness you are. When you vividly imagine yourself embodying a desired state, you literally draw forth that reality from the infinite potential within. Thus, each act of imaginative contemplation is sacred and transformative. You become the deliberate sculptor of your life, intentionally shaping your reality through focused attention and feeling. This intentional practice accelerates manifestations, creating harmonious alignment between your inner and outer worlds. Remember, manifestation from the infinite I Am occurs effortlessly and naturally. There is no need for struggle or striving. Instead, manifestations emerge gracefully from the deep well of your divine identity, appearing in perfect timing and alignment with your inner state of being. Now, integrate this understanding deeply. The infinite I Am is not something separate or distant from you. It is who you truly are, closer than breath, nearer than thought. Recognize this, embrace it fully, and allow your life to reflect this profound truth. Each moment becomes sacred when you live from this awareness. You no longer chase happiness externally, for joy naturally emanates from within. Fulfillment ceases to be an external quest. It becomes your natural state of being. Success no longer feels elusive, but instead manifests effortlessly from your inner certainty and conviction. Ultimately, to awaken fully to the infinite I Am is to realize the purpose and joy of your human incarnation. You have chosen this life to consciously rediscover your divine identity and to express it fully through creative action. Every experience is an invitation to deepen this realization, to embody it more completely. Therefore, I encourage you, with every fiber of your being, to fully embrace this awakening. Let go of limitations, doubts, and fears that no longer serve your highest truth. Choose consciously, persistently, and joyfully to embody the infinite I Am, knowing that all good things must flow naturally from this sacred realization. Live your life as the divine creator you truly are, eternally poised at the threshold of infinite possibilities. And watch as your existence becomes a living testament to the boundless potential, profound joy, and enduring peace inherent in the infinite I Am. Let us venture even deeper into the profound realization of the infinite I Am, exploring subtler realms and dimensions of consciousness that lie beyond ordinary perception. Here, within this sublime understanding, lies the power to utterly transform your existence. For at the center of your very being dwells an infinite, eternal, and unchanging awareness. Consider carefully, who is it that witnesses your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences? Beyond the thinker, beyond the actor in your life's drama, there's a pure observer, eternally peaceful, infinitely wise. This observer, this witness, is the true I Am. It is not touched by circumstances, conditions, or the fleeting dramas of life. It simply is. This realization invites you into the heart of divine mastery. It calls you to dwell continually in the consciousness of your eternal identity, rather than merely reacting to the changing tides of circumstance. When you anchor yourself in this timeless state, life ceases to be a battle. It becomes a harmonious unfolding of divine intention. Yet, many people misunderstand this state. They imagine it as passive or detached. It is neither. It is, in fact, the supreme state of empowered engagement, where every action arises from clarity and calm. You act not from desperation or lack, but from infinite abundance, boundless creativity, and unwavering confidence. To abide consciously in the infinite I Am is to become fearless. Fear, after all, arises from the illusion of separation and limitation. When you remember that your true identity is inseparable from the infinite, fear dissolves naturally. There is no longer a question of whether you can achieve your desires, because the very desire itself emerges from your divine core, fully formed and assured of its fulfillment. Furthermore, the infinite I Am realization grants you a new vision of reality itself. You perceive clearly that everything around you, every person, every event, is a manifestation of your own inner consciousness. Thus, rather than attempting to change external conditions through force or manipulation, you effortlessly shift them through shifts in your internal state. Reflect upon this deeply. Your external world is only a shadow cast by your inner world. To change what you see, change what you hold within. Recognize yourself as the creator rather than the creation. The world you perceive is your mirror, faithfully reflecting your state of being. To experience a different world, become a different being within. The secret to mastering this truth lies in your capacity to continually return to your chosen state despite outer appearances. When conditions challenge your assumptions, reaffirm your chosen identity with calm determination. If you assume abundance yet perceive lack, maintain your inner conviction. Persistently hold your chosen state as true, and the outer world will inevitably align itself with your unwavering belief. Now, contemplate another aspect of this truth: the creative power inherent in detachment. To detach does not mean to disengage. It means to release the anxious grip on outcome. When you affirm "I am," embody your chosen identity fully, then trust implicitly in the inevitability of its manifestation. You allow the divine intelligence within you to orchestrate the details effortlessly. Detachment grants you freedom, peace, and clarity. You no longer obsess over how or when manifestations occur, knowing with absolute certainty that they must occur in perfect timing. Your role is to maintain inner harmony, to live consciously from your chosen state, and allow the universe to unfold your intention effortlessly. In fact, your divine identity as the infinite I Am positions you at the very center of creation. You begin to experience synchronicities, miraculous alignments, and seemingly effortless manifestations as natural extensions of your being. Life ceases to be a random occurrence. It becomes a divine dance choreographed by your conscious awareness. Let us clarify further. Every experience in your reality exists to serve you, to mirror you, to refine your consciousness. No event is random. Nothing is meaningless. Everything is purposeful, guiding you back to your infinite self. When seen from this vantage, even challenges become gifts, inviting you to reaffirm your true identity and power. To live as the infinite I Am is also to live in perpetual gratitude. Gratitude in this context is not mere appreciation. It is recognition of your creative role in everything that occurred. You understand deeply that what you hold in consciousness becomes your experience. Gratitude thus reinforces your awareness of yourself as the divine creator of your reality. Take practical steps daily to anchor yourself in this infinite identity. Begin and end your day reaffirming your eternal nature. Throughout the day, pause frequently, even briefly, to remind yourself, I am the infinite, eternal presence from which all experiences arise. I am the creator of my reality. As you deepen this practice, you naturally enter into an effortless flow state. Your thoughts become clearer, your decisions wiser, and your interactions more harmonious. You act from inspiration rather than compulsion, from certainty rather than doubt. Understand deeply, the infinite I Am is your natural state. It is not a destination to reach, but a home to remember. Each moment you spend consciously embodying this truth brings you closer to the full realization of your divine potential. You are here on this earth to awaken fully to this infinite identity and express it in all its magnificence. Thus, I invite you to fully embrace this profound realization. Let go of the illusion of limitation. Choose consciously and consistently to identify with the infinite within you. Let your life become a living testament to the power, creativity, and boundless potential of your true identity. In living from this awareness, you do more than transform your own life. You illuminate the world. Your very presence becomes a beacon, reminding others of their own infinite nature. This is the highest purpose, the ultimate joy, the profound beauty of the infinite I am. And as you embody this truth, the universe rejoices, for in you it has found a conscious creator, awake and aware, eternally poised at the threshold of infinite possibility. Let us now embark even deeper into the sacred realm of identity and the divine significance of the I am, exploring dimensions of consciousness previously uncharted. For the mastery of this truth extends beyond mere manifestation. It reaches into the very essence of who and what you truly are. Consider this profound realization. At the core of your being lies not a personality, not an accumulation of past experiences, nor a finite story bound by condition. At your innermost core is infinite awareness, the eternal I am. This eternal awareness is untouched by the fluctuations of circumstance, forever pure and eternally creative. When you declare I am, you tap into this boundless realm of pure potentiality. You engage directly with the creative power that shaped the cosmos itself. Indeed, the very universe is sustained by the same power that you wield each time you affirm your identity. To understand this is to awaken to your true divinity. Identity, therefore, is not something rigid, confined, or limited. Identity is infinite and infinitely malleable. Every single day, every single moment, you stand at the threshold of infinite possibilities. You are not defined by yesterday's circumstances, nor bound by tomorrow's prediction. Your present consciousness is the supreme reality from which all outcomes spring forth. In the silence of your mind, ask yourself, who am I truly? Beyond names, titles, and transient roles, what remains? You will discover the profound stillness and completeness that is your true essence. This is the state of being from which miracles flow effortlessly. From this place of pure awareness, you perceive clearly that your world is simply your inner vision projected outward. Every interaction, every experience, every seeming coincidence is a direct reflection of your dominant inner state. The world is literally yourself mirrored outwardly, confirming the state of your consciousness. Imagine identity as an infinite palette of possibilities, each color representing a different aspect of being: prosperity, joy, peace, wisdom, love. Your life is the canvas, your imagination the brush. When you consciously select and embody a state through the declaration of I am, you are painting your reality with intentionality. You cease to be a passive observer. You become the deliberate artist of your existence. Yet, to fully grasp and embody your infinite nature, you must dissolve the illusion of separation. You must recognize there is no difference between you and your desire. There is no gap between you and the fulfillment of your dream. The moment you affirm I am, your desire is already realized within the spiritual dimension. The physical manifestation is merely a natural unfolding, a catching up to your inner conviction. This brings us to the realization of your true power. Time and space are not obstacles, but allies in your journey. Every state of being already exists, fully formed, within the infinite reservoir of your divine imagination. You do not need to create these states. You simply need to align with them through your conscious awareness. Consider the profound truth that you are the author of time itself. Time is not a linear progression. It is a dimension of consciousness. The state you occupy determines how you experience time. Occupy the state of fulfillment, and you shorten the perceived interval between desire and manifestation. Occupy a state of longing, and you extend it. To truly master identity, you must persist in your chosen state until it feels utterly natural, until you no longer feel separate from what you desire. This is the true meaning of faith, the unwavering assurance that your assumption is already fulfilled, not in some future, distant moment, but here, now, in your consciousness. Mastering the divine use of I am is ultimately about recognizing your unity with the infinite. It is understanding that the divine power that creates galaxies also dwells within you. You are not separate from God. You are God in expression, individualized, yet never divided. When you accept this truth, you no longer struggle to manifest. Manifestation becomes as effortless as breathing. Your life flows with grace and ease because you are consciously aligned with the divine principle at the heart of all creation. Now, practically speaking, how can you embody this realization daily? It begins in the quiet sanctuary of your inner dialogue. Pay close attention to your internal conversations, for they reveal your true assumptions about yourself. Replace every limiting thought with a declaration aligned with your highest truth. Shift from "I am limited" to "I am boundless." From "I am uncertain" to "I am absolute clarity." Understand that each statement you make inwardly or outwardly about yourself is sacred. Treat your words as divine decrees. Speak consciously, knowing each statement is creating a ripple that moves out into the world, shaping the substance of reality. Moreover, live from your chosen state with integrity. Act as if your assumption were true. Let your actions reflect your new identity. As you do, you will find the universe responding in kind, bringing forth circumstances and opportunities that validate your chosen state. Yet even as you practice this conscious creation, never forget your fundamental identity as the eternal I Am. Your true power does not stem from things you acquire or roles you inhabit, but from your unwavering awareness of your divine nature. This is the anchor, the eternal point of reference from which all manifestations arise. To fully embody this awareness is to attain mastery. To persistently live from your chosen states is to demonstrate your true spiritual power. Remember always, you are infinite consciousness in action. You are the divine presence in form. Claim this identity boldly. Live from it completely. Let it saturate your every thought, word, and deed. For when you truly know yourself as the eternal I Am, your world transforms spontaneously. You become the living embodiment of infinite possibility, the conscious creator of your destiny, fully aware that your identity shapes your reality, moment by divine moment. And in this knowing there is perfect peace, boundless joy, and the limitless expression of divine love made manifest through you. Let us now journey deeper into the infinite concept of I Am, and explore the cosmic implications that arise once this realization becomes the axis of your life. You see, we have spoken already of the power of assumption, of the creative role you play when you consciously affirm what follows the sacred phrase, I am. But to truly master this power, you must now understand the vast terrain of identity itself. Not merely what you affirm about yourself, but how you continuously re-identify with different states of being. Most of humanity lives in a hypnotic trance, unconsciously identifying with states they did not consciously choose. They wake up each day remembering who they were yesterday, not realizing that such a memory is itself an act of creation. They re-enter the prison of yesterday's self-definition, without questioning whether that version of themselves is still the one they wish to be. But you, now awakened to this truth, must see identity as fluid, mutable, divine. Each time you say I am, you place yourself within a new dimension of experience. These are not metaphors. These are real states, real planes of consciousness that exist within the field of all possibility. To say I am is to choose, and to choose is to create. Imagine identity not as a singular structure, but as an infinite mansion, with many rooms, each corresponding to a version of yourself. There is a room where you are abundant, another where you are confident, another where you are in radiant health. All of these versions exist now. You are not building them from scratch. You are simply choosing where to dwell. The problem arises when people treat their current identity as fixed, forgetting they are the chooser, not the chosen. You are not your habits, nor your memories, nor your history. You are the one who assigns meaning to these things. You are the one who breathes life into them through the act of assumption. So, how does one move from one identity to another? Not through struggle, not through force, but through the silent, sacred decision to assume a new state as your truth. Consider this. Every identity carries with it its own worldview, its own emotional tone, its own pattern of thought, its own energetic field. When you shift identity, you shift everything that flows from it. This is why your world changes not by effort, but by being. To move from "I am poor" to "I am wealthy" is not merely to say the words. It is to walk differently, to feel differently, to make choices aligned with the new self. It is to commune with wealth as a friend, to feel its presence as natural. The key is embodiment. If you try to affirm a new identity while secretly feeling like an imposter, you are divided. And a house divided against itself cannot stand. But if you immerse yourself in the energy, the emotion, the consciousness of that new state, until it feels like home, then manifestation becomes inevitable. The outer world will reorganize itself to match your new alignment. Let us go further. Your identity determines not only what you attract, but what you perceive. When you dwell in the consciousness of lack, even blessings appear as burdens. When you dwell in the consciousness of abundance, opportunities spring forth from the very ground beneath your feet. To dwell in the wrong identity is to walk through a paradigm blindfolded. To dwell in the right identity is to see Eden in all things. And so I urge you, my friend, to no longer ask, "How do I change my life?" but to ask, "Who am I willing to be today?" This question is the gateway to all transformation. Identity is not merely a concept, it is a vibration, and all creation is vibrational. So when you raise your self-concept, you raise your resonance. And in doing so, you attract all things that match that frequency. Do not worry about how others will react. Their response is simply the echo of your own self-assumption. If you embody confidence, they will treat you with respect. If you embody love, they will feel drawn to your presence. You do not have to change the world. You only need to change yourself. And then the world, your world, must follow. Now, let us speak of spiritual identity. Beyond roles and labels, beyond wealth and health, there is the eternal I am. The presence that says, "Before Abraham was, I am." This is the aspect of you untouched by time or circumstance. When you identify with this self, this pure beingness, you become unshakable. You realize that you are the author, not the actor. You are the screen upon which the drama plays, not merely a character in the play. You can choose any script, any plotline, any outcome, for you are the one holding the pen. And so I say to you now, write wisely. Each declaration of I am is a sentence written in the book of your life. Do not write tragedy when you desire triumph. Do not write scarcity when you desire sufficiency. Choose your words, your assumptions, your thoughts with the reverence they deserve, for they are the blueprints of your experience. Practice this daily. When you wake, declare who you are. When you feel doubt, return to your chosen identity. When the world tempts you to react, remember, you do not react, you create. Let this be your prayer, your meditation, your daily ritual. I am what I choose to be, and I choose now to be the highest, grandest expression of the divine within me. You are not here to repeat old patterns. You are here to awaken, to realize your power, to live as the embodiment of chosen truth. So I ask again, who are you willing to be today? Choose with courage, choose with love, and above all, choose consciously. For the universe always says yes to what you assume to be true, and when you choose rightly, the entire cosmos moves to support you. So it is, and so it shall.